Hi guys, it's Kim. We're going to take it back to basics today, and I'm going to show you a very quick tutorial on how we do a bouncy blow dry. Now, I know that everyone is doing like the faux blow dries where you straighten it and then you pin curl it and voila, you get a bouncy blow dry. But like, where are all my Barbaras and Karens at? My OG hairdressers that have been hairdressing for 40 years, this is how they used to do it. I got the best comment on my TikTok the other day, and it was from Jane, and she said, 38 years in the hairdressing industry and this is horrible. Well, Jane, 38 years and you're still a cunt. Anyway, sorry, let's get into the tips on how to do a proper blow dryer. So you want to be using a ceramic round brush. I've seen all the bristle brushes like the other ones. They're good if you have a very like unruly hair type, it's quite curly and you need to stretch it out. But if you have quite simple hair like this, you want to use a ceramic brush because that's going to heat up and hold the curl. The most important thing is making sure that the section is 100% dry. I very much did a lot of blow dries in my apprenticeship where I didn't dry the hair off completely, and then when I took it out, it like all went limp and didn't last, and that's because I had left moisture in the hair. So general rule of thumb, who even talks like that? I guess all the old school people. The curlier you want it, the smaller the brush. So if you want quite a curly result, you would use a smaller round brush and a smaller roller. And if you want more of a big kind of soft blow dried look, you would use a bigger round brush. I'm using a medium one here just because her hair is quite thick. I do want to have a nice flick, but I want to make sure I get some good volume on there. So I've gone with a medium. You want to make sure that the hair is 80% dry or 70% dry before you start blow drying. If you start blow drying from wet, bitch, I promise you, she's going to be grey by the time you're finished. For my pattern, I like to go like brickwork around the head, and then I finish with this top box section. I do 2 of those sections back, and then I always blow dry the fringe forwards to get that volume. Then I pop my brush in there and I flick it back. I think it always looks the best when it comes off the face. So I'll do a few forwards just to get that tension nice, and then back. You can see that I zigzagged those sections, and that just stops it from having that defined section line on top. So I do this with all of my top box section. You can use any rollers that you like. I've used the Charlie rollers. I like them. These ones are just super cheap and really easy for me to use. I also like the size. They're kind of like a medium size, I guess. They're easy to pop in and I don't need any clips. Now, the biggest and most important thing, and I've seen people all over TikTok taking their rollers out, and it gives me the absolute fucking ick. I can't stand it when they just yeet them out. You want to make sure that you're twisting them out the way that you have rolled them. So when you've used your brush to sort of twist it down, you want to make sure that's how you're doing it, like this. Otherwise, it's going to kind of just go all fucked up basically. So for product, I prefer not to put anything in my blow dries, but you can put a blow dry product in when the hair is wet. I find that the blow dry doesn't last as long. Always check with the client because some clients don't like any hairspray. If you do want to put hairspray in, I do a light spray all over the rollers when they're in, and then I twist it out and brush it out, and I find that this gives the most softest result. So you can see that I am just twisting these out slowly, making sure that I'm